So the question is, are Filipino companies being left behind by other countries who have advanced in technology and AI? Absolutely, 100%. Hello everyone, I'm Paolo Calao, CEO of Nimbyx, and it is my privilege this morning to have a special guest. We call him the most handsome software developer we have at Nimbyx. I'd like to welcome Jasper. Please tell us a bit about yourself, Jasper.
Hello, thank you so much, Paolo, for the introduction. I'm Jasper Hamir. I'm a DevOps engineer here in Nimbyx. So just a quick overview, I'll just ensure that all the infrastructure in which our software and programs are well set up, running well.
And before joining Nimbyx, where were you?
Oh, I'm actually from Samsung Research Philippines as a software engineer also.
I'm curious, why did you decide to join us? Huh? Why did you decide to become a disruptor?
So I've been already working in Samsung for quite a long time. I've been there for more than 3 years. And I've learned a lot of things. But it's a really big company and it's a global company. For some reason, of course, you try to find better opportunities. And I found Nimbyx as a Filipino company that really wants to serve the Filipino people. And as you can see, the CEO is also a Filipino. Then, why not join a tech company also that is more Filipino-based? So the decisions making are best. I can easily talk to the CTO. Des is just beside my table and Paolo is just here beside me. So I think it's so easier to do things if you're surrounded by mostly Filipino people. But we're a global company.
What's been the biggest difference in working at Nimbyx versus other places you've worked?
One thing that I really like the most is on how close we are to the customers that we are using. Because on my previous work, I do develop a software, and that software gets transitioned to the other teams for testing, other teams for selling, etc. And I don't get to see the overall picture of the application. Compared here, I can easily see who my customers are, and it just feels so nice as a programmer that what I code, I see the customers who are using it. And in general, it just feels good to see people using the software that you're using.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for sharing that. I know the team has prepared a bunch of questions for us. I have no idea what they are, so we'll both get surprised and see.
For me, of course, it mimics human intelligence. Is it a tool or an agent? I think tool empowers the entity using that tool, and agent acts as another entity on your behalf. I think it acts as both a tool and as an agent. So for example, self-autonomous cars, usually, it acts as an agent already for the driver. So it depends on the use case and the level of the autonomy you give to the artificial intelligence entity.
Yeah, I was just in San Francisco, and there's a lot of conflict going on there right now because Waymo, which is a Google-owned company, has hundreds, if not thousands, of autonomous cars. I found when we used Waymo, I felt a lot safer and more secure than using a taxi because it makes these driving decisions, to me, come across a lot safer than the actual humans who drive the cars. I think a lot of people in San Francisco are using Waymo more than they are using taxis. And so the taxi drivers are now getting mad and trying to block the Waymos. In fact, a taxi driver tried to block us because they're sitting around with no passengers. And here are these cars with no drivers that pull up and they see one customer after another using the driverless cars. The message there is, at the end of the day, the consumer will make a choice, and whoever provides the better product or service will win. Unfortunately, in this case, the self-driving cars are winning because they're functioning better and being an agent. In my experience, 90% of the world use AI as a tool, almost like a search engine or word processing tool. But what they don't use it for is an agent to actually think and process information. People like yourself who are in software development, software engineering, you understand how that works, but most of the population in the world don't yet. And that's probably the biggest learning opportunity for a lot of people is how do you use AI more as an extension of humans than just a word processing tool. Are AI agents going to replace jobs? What do you think, Jasper?
For me, the easy answer is, of course, as technology advances, it will, of course, replace the same functionality that it does. Like, for example, in the past, calculators are done using pen and paper. Then calculators replace those kinds of jobs. And also in the telephone times, there are people who are, if you want to call from location A to location B, there are people who are dragging the physical lines. Now there are physical routers, etc. It sounds controversial because it seems like it will replace jobs. But what we usually don't see is that it will also emerge a lot of jobs in which you can use AI behind.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if the jobs remain constant, then humans don't evolve. So for me, some jobs will be replaced, but there will be more jobs that will emerge from those that are replaced before. Just like the analogy from the calculators, the physical telephone lines. Because if we don't evolve, then humans will stay constant.
I agree with you. I think AI will replace a lot of jobs, but also will create a lot of jobs. Not only that, the people who know how to use AI to be more productive will get paid more. The people that get in trouble are those that don't want to change or that they think we have this very comfortable role and we're just going to sit here and milk it for as long as we can. I think those are the folks that will get themselves really challenged by the evolution of AI. With us at Nimbyx, we're working on a few things right now that do replace humans in jobs. You know, we have AI receptionists for healthcare. We're also building a AI-powered education program, and we're developing this, to your point, as a way to teach the people of the Philippines and other countries how to use AI and become more productive and successful with it. And our plan is to give it away for free. So that's part of our contribution to society, and we currently have a team of people working on that project to try and figure out what are the things that we can do to train people so that they do become less afraid of AI, because it's something that can help their lives become, more successful and easier if they decide to use it. So hopefully within the next few months, we'll be able to introduce that to the world.
Exciting to share AI more to the Filipino people.
So the question is, are Filipino companies being left behind by other countries who have advanced in technology and AI? Absolutely, 100%. We do business all over the world, and we see the types of skill sets that countries are developing. And if you look at the best countries in the world, well, first, China has become the leader in artificial intelligence, followed by countries like Japan and Korea. As you know, with AI, when it starts working, you develop faster and faster and faster. And so it's a bit of a challenge to government, the large corporations, and powers that be in the Philippines who develop programs that will advance the population. And I think we need to do that in order to be competitive in a global landscape. So what do you think?
Yeah, of course. I just have a follow-up question. How do you think Philippines can compete if the business processes are too slow? We have the disadvantage. How can we globally compete as a Filipino company?
Well, if we take a look at Nimbyx as a Filipino company, we've decided to train and develop the talent ourselves. So we build the infrastructure in the company. We try and attract, people from all over the world and bring them here, as you can see, so that we can develop the talent ourselves. To attract people like you who want to grow and evolve, and then invest in them so that they do grow and evolve. The goal of Nimbyx here in the Philippines is to attract the people that are driven and ambitious enough. We'll give them the opportunity in equipment, in the training, in the support, and not only that, access to customers so that they learn as fast as possible. And that's what we're trying to do. So, can anyone do that in the Philippines? Yeah, if they're committed to it, they can. It's just whether they choose to do it or not.
If you're a software engineer looking for a conducive environment to learn and grow, interact with customers directly, feel and touch your product, work with great people, come and join Nimbyx.
Jasper, thank you for coming to our podcast.
Thanks for the invite.
You know, it's your first podcast ever. And for everyone here, thanks for listening. We appreciate you sharing your time with us, and take care. Thanks very much.